When you were here about 5 months ago, you left your asset management peers slack-jawed by winning a $20 billion commitment for your infrastructure fund from Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, the PIF. Will you leave Riyadh with another $20 billion?
Well, if that's the case, I don't know about it. So I think that's unlikely. I think 20 billion in 1 year is probably sufficient.
Yasser Al-Rumayyan, the managing director of the Public Investment Fund, told me yesterday he's counting on what he called mega partnerships, like the one he has with Blackstone, to boost returns. Is there scope in that relationship for the PIF to invest billions more with Blackstone?
Well, for us, we have about $400 billion roughly without PIF. So as we expand, there's certainly scope because we grow at least, sort of 10% a year. Actually, sometimes a lot more. We're starting a variety of new businesses, and so there's a real opportunity for many people to be investing with the firm. So I don't think their scale is of interest in terms of inhibition.
The reason I ask about the PIF in particular is because is there another firm that's committed $20 billion, written a single $20 billion check to Blackstone? Probably not. And Saudi Arabia has so much more it's going to need to invest. The Crown Prince has talked about $2 trillion at some point in the next less than 15 years in the PIF. So that's why I'm specifically interested in that relationship between the PIF and Blackstone.
Well, I think these things are going to happen slowly, actually. They're going to take their Saudi Aramco public. That'll be a next year event towards the end of the year as it's scheduled, depending upon markets. They'll have other mandates they have to fund. So I don't think the growth of PIF would theoretically outstretch the ability of Blackstone to keep growing. Part of what we do is start new businesses, new investment areas, and there's also plenty of room in what we do generally. I think PIF is going to have a series of allocations. Not necessarily at a $20 billion level, but I think their theory of the case is to try and find the best managers in the world and have relationships, partnerships with them, as opposed to some sovereign funds have 300 alternative investment managers they give money to. PIF will be more concentrated.
How else